Hello everybody and welcome to Nat One plays Witchlight. Jeez Louise, it's only Motherhorn. And you know what? To say I'm nervous is putting it a bit lightly, but it's okay, it's going to be fine. I don't know if I'm just telling myself that, but it's going to be fine. But yeah, so last we left off, the party stumbled upon the Astronomer's Throne, within which was a glowing portal once they'd figured out the puzzle, which was based on constellations. And they went in there, and there was this weird creature that was like a spectator, but it wasn't. Sort of like going around the place cleaning up these gems from which had these like little, like sort of stems coming through, aimed at this dragon that was asleep. This lovely turquoise dragon. So, to free this dragon, they had to destroy all the gems and try and beat this fucking spectator or whatever it was. He wasn't a spectre, it was called like a goth or something, but I'd never seen one before. But yeah, they had to free this dragon. And upon freeing the dragon, all the skies in Yon cleared away. There was no more storms, there's no more lightning, and there's no more big black dome hovering over the entire sky. The sky is now clear, full of stars, and there is a moon in the sky. And I know someone who's not going to be best pleased about that. So, what we're doing here now is, because that was the last place the party were, we're going to do a little bit of a time skip so that they go back to Lochbury, which is what's being shown now. And I'm just going to sort of narrate what's going to happen here, because we want to get to Motherhorn and get stuck into the action. So yeah, Argantel and Jagu would have congratulated the party and thanked them for bringing together 5 of the 6 Corrid camps. Now, obviously, with a little bit of sort of not sadness, because you know Argantel was pretty much like, well, screw them then. If the Obsidian camp don't want to join, they all take part in the dance, the ritual dance, the traditional Corrid ritual dance atop Lochbury Henge. Now, unfortunately, because the entire squad's not there, you don't get something that would have happened. So basically, when all the Corrids are there dancing together, something magical happens, and you could tell that something was missing based on how disappointed Argantel seemed afterwards when she got incredibly drunk and tried to convince herself that everything's okay without the Obsidian camp. But yeah, later on that night, y'all went to your very own camp to have a long rest, and I'm just going to pop you there now. Y'all went to your very own camp to have a sneaky little long rest, where the redcaps disappear, the ones that Felix summoned. But you are all here the night before Motherhorn. Well, night. Who cares what time of day it is? It's fucking Yon. It's always night. But yeah. You're all here in camp. Al's like, I can't wait to kill that hag.
Well, so it's the night before the...
It's the night before.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm just very aware of the very real possibility. This might be our last time seeing each other.
Octavia looks a bit nervous at you. You really think?
What do you think?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Like I keep like pushing it out of my head, you know? Like just, you know when you think like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to do this, and you like visualize it? And yeah. I haven't even pictured it in my head.
Would you like a picture?
Why, are you going to show me that we're all, like, victorious?
Not necessarily. I I try to do the same as you, and I try and push the worst thoughts away, but Archie, what you're saying has actually been in my head for some time. But whichever ones of us do make it through tomorrow, and I'd like to believe it's all of us, the picture I'm seeing is of Clapperclaw, happy again. I'm seeing greener surroundings, a lot less blue, and a lot less dark. I'm seeing flowers, I'm seeing trees, I'm seeing Prismia breathing its proper air for the first time in quite a long time. I think it's foolish to try and say that you can't think of the things that have just been said, but I like to think of the pretty picture as well as the sad one.
You think everything's, like, gonna change? Like she looks around, Yon. Like all this?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I mean, Archie looks up. We brought the stars back. We brought the moon back. I'd say that if we put our minds to it, what can't we do?
The 6 Corrids that have decided to come with you, are all
Those little Corrids.
stood nearby. They shouldn't be that small, they should be bigger. They're like, yep, that's right, we can do anything if we put our minds to it. If we're a good team.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Octavia just side eyes all of them and she's just like, yeah, okay. Alright, yeah. Yeah, we can do this.
I think that believing something is a choice. It's always a choice. So why not make that choice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
You hear that, everyone?
Gleam is looking like fucking no.
We're gonna choose to win.
I'm sorry to be a Debbie Downer, says Gleam, but I'm still not feeling any better from this hex.
Yeah, me neither. Can we put the fire out, please?
Yeah, it's getting a bit too hot for me.
Who even lit it?
She's just gonna fucking... She's like, well, I'm not pouring my water on it. This water's special. This water's for me.
Yeah, so it's mine.
I'm going to need that if I'm going to be in any way helpful.
We need about as much water as we can get our hands on.
Yes, perhaps we should swing by the pool and that lake and fill up everything we can before we go.
Who here who, you know, like, isn't affected by a hex, has a water skin? Put your hands up.
Al's like, I could donate one if that's necessary. I'll give you one. I'll give one to you. He's gonna, like, come over and give one to Gleam because she looks the worst.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not gonna piss about going all the way to the pool. We'll just say that you can fill it up on the way. Gleam's like, having 2 in her hand, she's like, should I really have both of these? Should this not go to you? She gives it to Flopsy.
I think I'll be fine. I think you should definitely take the second one.
Okay.
He tries to make himself look less sweaty.
Hang on, I've got another one somewhere. You can have mine as well.
Yeah, Felix, you pull out a water skin. I'll give Flopsy, you can have 2. You've got your own as well, haven't you?
Thank you.
Archie's got 1, yeah?
Yeah.
And Octavia's got 1.
Hey, Holland. Hey, Skipper, I don't suppose you have a water skin?
I have my watering can.
Do you mind if I borrow it?
Is it to put out the fire?
Well, I could do that, and then I could fill it with that magic Fey Beacon water. I'll like give you this chipped teacup for it, but then I'll give it you back when we're done.
It's just... yeah. You can keep your chipped teacup, though.
It's like the rules of prisoner, you know. Don't worry though, I'll take my chipped teacup back, and then I'll give you your water can back. Think of it as a receipt.
Okay. And everyone who's not like under a heat hex, come and gather around Ugle, and we'll have our own radiator thing going.
I use the remaining like just regular water to fill up the to put out the fire.
Nice.
Hey, do any of you cards have like a water skin for Octavia?
They all like look at me like, no, we don't carry stuff like that. We don't need it. We lick the rocks. We just lick the rocks. If you put your mouth around a rock and suck hard enough, you can, get some moisture out of it.
Yeah, that's why they call it drawing blood from a stone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Octavia. I suppose we can share it. Whoever needs it, can have it.
Yeah, you can keep hold of it if you want.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we could try and fill that chipped teacup. Then we'd have to give Holland something for it.
Yeah, it looked like it only worked when it was like a full, big thing.
Yeah, to be honest, it might be a bit too small. If only it had like a chipped teapot.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I don't.
Whilst you're talking, Gleam is sat staring at the embers of the fire as they're going out, and you can see she's just white as a ghost. She's not got a mask on or anything. She's just sat there in her little jammers, and she looks scared. She sort of looks around and she's like, "What will she do if she finds that I'm in there? She exiled me from the place. She's not going to be pleased to find me back there."
I don't think she's going to be pleased to find any of us there, to be honest. I mean, just because we have a flimsy piece of paper that says we're allowed in there, I don't think that's going to grant us a sincere smile.
It will grant you the rule of hospitality, though.
Right up until she decides not to grant that anymore.
But she'd have to have cause for that.
I feel like trying to predict her actions is like trying to predict the actions of a wild animal. I don't think you're really going to get far sitting here thinking of what she might do.
I guess we're not fortune tellers like she is. I guess we'll never really know, but... I mean, I guess the unknown's scary, but... I think if there's something that you really want to do, and you're too scared to do it, then you should just do it scared.
She sort of just looks off. And she looks over at everyone. And she kind of avoids looking right directly at Felix.
Aww.
And she just sort of puts her arms on her knees, as she brings her knees up to her chest and just sort of I don't know, sort of leans on her arms.
Flopsy pops his paw on her back. None of us are alone here, Gleam. No matter what she does, no matter how unpredictable she is, all of us are right there. You've seen what we can do, and I think we're capable of so much more. We'll be okay.
She doesn't really look like as if she's like in any way sort of roused by that. She's just sort of like, thinking. And yeah, if no one has anything else to do or say, you can all have like your little long rest.
Oh, yes, please.
And march your way up to meet Mudlump at the gates of Motherhorn. Not at the actual front door, so don't worry. You're not going to be there. You're going to be like at the sort of bottom end. But you will be approaching the castle itself.
The castle.
The castle itself. Now. Here we go. You go in on the Motherhorn map for the very first time.
We on the walk over to Motherhorn, just on an innocuous bit of path as we walk by, Flopsy's going to come up behind Holland and say, "You remember when you were a little boy and you were always so clumsy? And you always kept losing your legs?" And Flopsy's going to try and lift Holland up and carry him for a little bit, like he did when they were playing outside Loomlurch.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's see if I can still do this. I'm going to try and carry it and like run down the path, like wind through your ears and stuff like that. Try and give a little bit of brevity before we actually get to Motherhorn.
Okay. So
I'm gonna, as we go, just grab onto Flopsy's hat or his collar of his shirt if he's not wearing one, and just hit him with the fucking magical tinkering to make it smell like the, like candy floss and cupcakes and the smell of the carnival.
Aww.
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 Bless him.
Looming above you is an ominous grey citadel hewn out from the mountain top. The path leading to it is winding. Wind swirls around its towers, and ravens cluster and caw in its gentle nooks. Sorry, in its granite nooks. Gentle? What the fuck?
It's gentle.
I glanced away for a second to click something. Jesus. A crooked finger. Of lightning. Screw that. It's not there. Doesn't strike. So, in other words, a blank metal rod protrudes from the topmost spire, and the sound of applause drifts over the citadel's battlements. The mountain path ends at a spiral staircase that climbs 60 feet to a balcony made of weathered grey stone. On the left, at the right of the pathway that you're currently walking along, is a sheer drop. A sheer drop some 10,000 feet down.
My goodness.
So, say minus 60 of that to the sort of, this is the stage level here. Obviously it's 60 feet up to this door. So whatever 10,000 minus 60 is, that's how tall the drop is off the edge of this fucking
Holy crap,
this thing.
bro.
You also see, on a much higher balcony, here, the second balcony, a large balloon made of bulging rain clouds tethered to it, way beyond reach. The balloon has a merchant's stall instead of an ordinary basket dangling from it. You recognise this from Downfall, the weather balloon with the Darkling merchants. So that's what's hovering there in this balcony. From this balcony, you see nothing. But from this balcony, here, you see 3 silhouettes standing, looking down to this area. Oh wait, can you see what I just dragged?
Yeah.
Yeah, looking down to this area. I don't think that the stream can see when I do that, but we get the idea. Looking down here. But yeah, 3 silhouettes up there. But as you're approaching, you do see much, closer, sat there on a big rock, is only bloody Mudlump, and behind him, you also spot 4 Bullywug Knights. He's holding in his hand Squirt the oil can. And there's also a few others that you might be surprised to see.
Oh, I might be.
As from behind him emerges a familiar face.
That's what's up, King.
Hey up, Governor. He puts his 2 fingers on his eyebrow and salutes you all.
Holy smoke. Oh.
It's Agden Longscarf.
It's Acton. Oh, hold on a minute. Are they singing a song?
No, they aren't. They are not singing a song now. The entire troop of Harengons look quite sincere for once. Even though Agden has this little smile on his face, you see that on his sort of belt buckle, he has the fun gun, the little, joy gun. Jebik's sort of standing next to him. She's got a sincere smile, sort of a reassuring smile on her face as well. And behind him stand 6 brigands. 3 of them are the brigands, 3 of them are the snipers. And he says, I heard you were getting into a bit of kerfuffle with these hags.
We're certainly gonna try.
Well,
right, guys.
So this fella here points at this, literally just directly square points at this gigantic cyclops. He was trying to wrangle with these bullywugs. They were saying, come on, we need to go and help him. And I was like, what's going on? It's something to do with you guys, probably. So I was like, hey up, what's going on? So he told me that you're in trouble and you needed some backup. So I thought, well, might as well offer me services, considering I ain't killed nothing in a while.
I'm so glad you're here, Acton.
I'm glad to see you. You changed my life and I hope to change yours. Meaning, I'm going to try and make you not die.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. So what's the plan?
Well, I'm personally quite liking the look of one of those windows up there.
Alright.
Yeah, I think I could get up there.
Which one? He's putting his finger, sort of how you shield your eyes to look up even though there's no sun. Well, that one there looks occupied. That one there looks occupied. That one looks alright. And that one, well, it's right beneath them, innit?
I guess I'll go for the one that looks alright.
Well, this one.
Yeah.
And how are you going to get up there then? Have you got super bouncing super speed?
Well, I do, but that's that's just, yeah. That's the apples that I chew.
Yeah. Well, what do you want me to do then? Because I'm thinking, yeah. Well, you help me out, I help you out. I'm at your service for free. No need for any of that swapping shit. Well, you already give me that. You know what I'm saying? It is a favour indeed. It's how it works, isn't it? I guess.
You could come into the tunnels with us.
Tunnels?
Right, in the old Briganok mine. Well, the new Briganok mine, I mean. There's these tunnels that, lead to underneath the stage. I was gonna lead these cards, Ugle, Gleam, Al, Octavia, Squirt, those four, and those four.
Squirt.
guys.
Squirt literally jumps at the sound of his name and he's like, I'm not coming, I'm just an oil can.
Oh, don't worry, I'll keep you in my pocket. You could be really helpful.
You can wait with us, says Amador, and he's like, because I'm not going in either. I can't risk my life, else you won't be able to get into the palace. And Squirt's like, yeah, I don't want to go.
Oh, well, alright then. But maybe Agden and your crew, I don't know what to call you now. Are you still brigands?
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Well, you and your good brigands could come with us.
Alright. Seems reasonable. What's the tunnel like, and is it like full of traps or something?
I'm
good at traps, you see. I can lay
if you're
good
good
traps.
at traps, well, we're trying to, I suppose, like, we're trying to get through it. Not so much stop people from getting through. I think she doesn't know that there are traps.
Can you remember that trap that I set? Right, I tell you now. It was an accident. I didn't mean to get you, but it's like these leaves, these clovers. Right, if you eat them, you can I can read your mind in that. You can you can speak to you in your mind. I brought them with me, and he pulls them out of his pocket like a shitload of leaves. If we eat all these, then we'll all be connected in our minds. You know, just scran them all up in there, and then we can talk to each other through our heads, no matter how far away we are.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. It lasts only about 10 minutes though.
So we'll all have to eat them at the right time.
Yeah.
Or just keep eating loads of them.
Well, there's plenty, and he's just gonna stuff some of the leaves into everyone's hands.
How many do we have?
I mean, at this point, I'll just say he gives you plenty enough that you can just continually eat them to communicate with each other throughout the castle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Look at Agden coming in clutch today.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't expect an Agden Longscarf brigand. Well, just regular prince. Jester prince of Prismere.
The bullybugs are all like blah 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 blah, and waiting your instructions.
Right. Well, guys, I guess it's probably going to take an hour, right? Or something. I don't know how long it'll take. I suppose it might take a different amount of time depending on where we are anyway. But I guess we'll keep in touch. And I hope you guys, best of luck to you. I'm going to march my army over to the Brigannock camp. And before I go, Holland, I think Flamehoof is going to hang around with you in the astral plane. He's going to bring Ugle with him. And Flamehoof just that's what I'm going to do. And he actually disappears into the astral plane with Ugle, if Ugle is willing.
With Ugle.
The ethereal plane, I mean.
Well, I mean, Ugle will have a last little... before he goes, he's going to have a little nuzzle at Holland and a little nod. And then he'll go... Boosh. Agden comes over and he's like, well, Gav, puts his hand out. Good luck in there.
Thanks. You as well, though.
I'll see you in there if I do. If not, I'll probably be dead. Anyway. See ya. And he hops over. And I'm just going to collect everybody together who's going to the Brigannock mine. Okay.
God, there's a lot of us.
Oh my god, there is. I'm just going to quickly sort something out. But yeah, those who haven't gone to the Briganock Mine yet. So Felix, Flopsy, and Holland, RP amongst yourselves for a minute.
Where exactly is Mudlump going?
Me bodyguard.
Perfect.
Me wait. Out here.
I suppose that's the best idea we have, really.
Well,
So,
hope you're feeling hyped.
we're going in there, I guess.
Holland, scaler of balconies.
That's what they'll call me.
Felix and Flopsy, main doorers.
Main doors.
Entertainers extraordinaire, I think you'll find.
When this is all done, you'll have to write a song about two entertainer extraordinaires, a balconier, and a tunneler.
And don't forget, me bodyguard.
Aww.
How could I ever forget?
Bless. Alright.
I guess I'll see you on the flip side. Should we do like a group hug?
Yes, please.
Alan's gonna bring them in and be warm and nice and cast bless on the three of us.
Nice. Do you not want to cast Bless when the time is right?
That's true.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That's okay. Just because you've got an... Pardon?
I'm gonna do it for flavour because I won't see him.
Oh yeah, nice.
Feel blessed.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna basically just shoot the shit for an hour whilst Archie makes their way down to the Briganock Mine, which is...
No, I thought we were literally splitting up as it was. Just pretend that was right before we
We
split.
just hug for an hour.
You hug for a solid hour.
Yeah,
Why not? We've earned it.
Meanwhile...
for an hour, can it count as ritual casting?
Meanwhile, Archie, you lead the squad to the Briganock Mine. Let's have a look here. Briganock Mine. Yeah. And same as usual, it's all quite sort of quiet in there, save for the slight knocking, because it's not the night time anymore. You know, they can still mine at this time. Yeah. But let's see here. There we go. We're in the Briganock Mine now. You make your way through with all these bastards behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Agden's at front with you, and he's like, "Wow, I ain't never been here. It's quite nice, actually, isn't it?"
It's pretty, isn't it? But everyone, I'm just going to warn you right now, until there's going to be a big door, and until we do, nobody talk about any dreams that they might have. So, you know, just don't think about that. See that sign right there? The one that we just passed right now? Yeah, whatever. I think it's just coming up here, actually. Oh yeah, you see it from just over there.
Oh, it says "Leave your dreams" at the door.
It says "Leave your dreams at the door." From this point onward, nobody dream anything. You got it?
Gleam's like, I thought the point was that you had to say them out loud so that you wouldn't lose them.
Well,
That's what happened with Flopsy, right?
Right. Nobody say your dreams out loud. Okay? Got it, guys?
Gleam looks at you like you're thick. She's like, I thought the point was that you had to say them before you went through.
You have to say them before you go through. Is it not just... Are you sure?
I'm
Is it not
pretty
just-
sure, yes.
Okay. Well...
It says leave them here, so you leave them there so they don't get snaffled
Right.
up when you go in.
Well, I dream of a future in which... I dream of a future in which we'll all be happy and and we'll win. Let's.
Yeah, same. That's my wish. I have the same exact wish. She just steps forward. Agden's like, yeah, I'm gonna say that everyone's happy, that everyone's joyful, that that everyone gets to experience what I felt when I first realised how fun the world could be when it's happy. That's what I'm gonna say. He steps forward. Gleam's like, I just want this to work. She gets through. Al's like, I want victory over a green dragon one day. And then the rest all like mutter their own personal things.
They all have less relevant dreams.
Yeah. You get to the door that's like, you wish that you had the key.
Knock, knock, knock.
You knock. Someone comes to the door. It's Molliver.
Oh, hi, Molliver.
Molliver's like, hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Listen, I've just got Octavia.
Whoa! He like looks around the corner.
And a small army, if you will.
What? He's like, what are you doing with an army? What's this? What is this?
Oh, don't worry.
Oh wait, no, I remember. Oh,
right.
You're gonna take the tunnel. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Wink. Okay. So you're going in now? Like right now, this very minute, this moment?
Well, we don't have a lot of time to waste.
Briganox! They like call out the door. It's happening right now. He's like gonna run out and just like doof 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 across the bridge and everything, implying to follow. All the Briganox sort of like gather, as well as all of the fucking whoops. As well as all the rest of these bastards. He's like, all right, line up, and they all start lining up. There's much more of them. Now, raise your hand if you wanted to go with these guys. All of them look like no. Except one little hand goes up, and then another, and another, and one more. 4 of them out of about 90 odd Briganox all raise their hand. 4 of them. Real brave. That's real brave of you, says Molliver. Well, come on, then step forward. And they all the ones that want to come, step forward.
These 2 fall down a large pit.
The rest, yeah, whatever. The rest of them just sort of like shuffle at the back, just sort of like, some of them like jump back into their houses. And Molliver's like, you're gonna have a great time. You're gonna be the heroes of the Briganox. That's what you're gonna be. You know, I'd say that this is worth about 1,000 gold to do this. And then they all like smirk around at their friends, like, ha 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 ha, it's worth 1,000 gold to do this. Yeah, and I'll tell you now, you've got 4 Briganox on your team.
Well, I'll tell you. I'm gonna look around at my merry band. I presume like they're not all just hanging around the bridge.
Like, no, yeah, they're all there. Yeah, there's as many in there as could possibly be.
And I sort of like, look around, and I sort of like get onto sort of like a jaggedy area of this like sort of area, so that I'm a bit taller than everyone, I guess. Mm-hmm. That I can sort of stand around and sort of see everyone. And I sort of like do a little breathing exercise. Listen closely, and you can hear it. Do you hear the sound of the hourglass turn? On Prismir's 11th hour, here we stand. And if any here wonder, what's this all about? Well, listen close, and I will tell you. It's about what was. What did we have? Do you remember long ago, when we once had peace? When children never had to look across their shoulders? For every child knew their guardian. Every child knew her name, Zabilna, who protected Prismir before it was divided. But now here we stand once again, united, holding this ancient grudge. No, this ancient injustice that strikes fear into our children's hearts, steals their innocence, that they learn to work where they should learn to play. But now, we shall steal back the innocence they have taken. It's about what we have. And what do we have? Men and women, brave to the bone, with hearts full of passion and hope and love. It's time to live in the moment. Now is the time to act, because it's all about what we will do. And what will we do? And will it work? A wiser man than me might say, there's no way of knowing. A more cautious man than me might say, there's no use trying. But I am one of those brave hopefuls who stands in the face of evil and says, I know, and I will try. And if any here are wiser or more cautious than I, then you may return home and do so with my blessing. For those of us who do know and will try will not feel diminished. For we band of dreamers very well know, the fewer men, the greater share of honor. And those who listened closely now know, it's about time. It's about time!
And they all cheer. And they all give the huzzas. And Agden's like, yeah! Like, let's go and kill him! And then Octavia is like looking on very admirably at you. Gleam looks terrified. And Al sort of turns around. Sure. Al turns around and he's like, well, if you want to leave, the option's there. And Gleam's like, I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to leave my friends. And Agden is like, well, what are we waiting for? Where's this tunnel? And
it's about time we found our way to it.
Yeah, Molliver's like, well, good luck. he's just walking up here. Leads you to the tunnel. I don't have to literally do all this, but yeah. And as you're about to cross, these flame skulls fucking like float up again, and they're like, ah ha ha! Who dare cross this? And Molliver's just like, oh fuck off! And they just like float back down again. Like, ow! Molliver marches up, and the little donkey's there with the house.
Oh, give him a little sort of like rub his neck.
Molliver's like, hey, Obud, they're here to get through the tunnel. And Obud pops out with his big glasses on, the little Briganock, the main Briganock with glasses. He pops out and he's like, oh, hey, oh yeah, the tunnel. Oh yeah, the tunnel. I'll just open it up for you. You just wait there and I'll get this tunnel open. I'll get it open right now. And he's just gonna jump down off the donkey. And he's gonna go to the back of the room where this, let's pretend that's him.
As he sort of like walked over there, I turned to Molliver. Hey Molliver, why don't you come with us?
Oh, I can't come. I've got to stay here and look after these guys.
I know, but do you not think that what we do today, I mean, you'll never have to protect them again. Because what are you protecting them from? Well, it's not the Kharids, because they're right here. They're working with the Briganocks who are choosing to come with us. It's not Agden and his lovely brigands. It's not those bullywugs over there. It's the bitter end. And it's the hags. That's what you're protecting these people from.
Roll a persuasion check.
Gonna have advantage because he can. I don't know, because he's Briganox. He's with us or something.
No. He's very set in his ways about this. It's they stop and think for a moment, and they're like, you know, I mean, it's been a bit of a while since I flung these, and he like picks his dagger out of the pockets. And like, there's two of them, and they just sort of juggle the daggers very, very dexterously. Yeah, you know what? I guess now's the time.
That's right. You listened to my speech.
Yeah, the time is now.
Yeah, it's about time.
It is about time. It's about
We'll
time.
go.
Oh, bud, I got some stuff to do. I'm gonna go do it. You might have to, clap your little donkey off the thing for a while. And Obud's like, oh, I was so liking to have my own peace and quiet, but I guess it's alright, okay, alright, I'll go and look after them. And he's gonna piss off. With the donkey, but the donkey's a static image, so I can't move the donkey. The donkey goes clip-clopping across the bridge.
Keg.
Yeah, keg. And,
Do those 3 little skulls come out?
no, they're like huddling. But yeah. And you'd see where he's been tapping with his little mallet on the wall. This quite thin, sort of very difficult to squeeze through tunnel has appeared. And when you look down it, it just breathes. Like this air is just so like thick and dense and almost smoky a little. And it's like, it's very dusty and it's not been used in a while. And you stare down the terribly long tunnel. Meanwhile, we're at Motherhorn. Felix, Flopsy, and Holland, and Mudlump, and Pollinella, and Amador, and Squirt the Oil Can. About an hour has passed.
Well, that was a good hug. I guess we best get going.
It was a long hug. Nearly as sweaty as Flopsy now.
Yes, I'm sorry if it was a bit of a warm hug, everybody. Still feeling a little warm.
Like a toaster. Anyways. We main dooring it, Father?
Yes, I think it is time. Holland, are you ready to side window it?
I sure am.
There is no lightning. Even if you hear lightning, there's no lightning. Just letting you know.
I'm getting stress lightning though.
Okay.
Holland, I'm not in the business of promises that neither of us can be sure to pay off. So I wanted to be dramatic and say that this wouldn't be the last time we see each other, and that's a promise. But I don't want the last thing that I say to you to possibly be a lie. Just make sure that you're okay. That's all you need to promise me.
Well, I can sure as shit try. As you promise to do the same. And he holds up his little pinky.
Flopsy wraps his pinky around your pinky. I sure as shit will. Well, go on for it, little kid. Get up there.
Will do, Pops. Sorry, just remind me again, this was the quiet window, wasn't it?
That was the quiet one, yes.
Okay. Well,
Just a bit of, let's have a look here. Oh no, there's no exterior features here, it's just a sheer rock wall. With obviously this bit protruding out where you can see that it's been carved into a sort of circular room, as like a tower would be. But the rest of it is quite sheer and slick.
okay. Holland's gonna smile to himself as if he knows he's just about to pull the most long game item clutch of all time. He's gonna reach to the very bottom of his bag and he's gonna pull out the cuddly toy spider that he won at the carnival, which gives you an hour of spider climb.
What? Oh my god, you've been waiting for that.
Yes!
I'll get that tucked away.
Bloody Nora.
Let's go.
I'm rosin all over the joint.
Alright.
And Holland, son of Flopsy, climber of balconies, spider rabbit thing, scales the side.
Wow. And you get up to this one here. There you go.
Obviously, for the time.
Yeah, you don't want to be getting up to that one where that big weather
Just
balloon
looks a
is.
bit too far, comes back down.
You hop up onto the balcony, and you can see that there are two glass-paned windows. The glass is clear, and you can see through them. One of them is sort of like covered in a very thick red, like almost like stage-like curtains. But the other one, the curtains are kind of slightly open. And you can see in there, resting against the walls of this circular chamber are 3 dressing tables, each one with a mirror atop it. The mirrors are bordered by tiny balls of bright golden light. An ornate, high-backed chair on clawed feet sits before each table, and slumped in one of them, and I'm just going to put you on the map so you can see, slumped in one of them. I'm just going to pop you right here so you can actually see into the room. Is a bugbear dressed as a green dragon from the neck down. On the floor nearby are the fake dragon head and tail that completes the costume. And from the light that's shining in through the little slit of window, you see that this bugbear doesn't cast a shadow, and he's sort of slouching with his hands in his chin in his hands, just staring into the mirror. And if you like move to the left a little and peek a bit more, you can see reflected in that mirror is a sickly, haggard version of himself.
No.
He looks very sad.
Do I perhaps recognise this bugbear?
He looks very similar to a bugbear that you know.
Now I just have to remember which had which name.
You know Burley, and you know of his brother, Hurley.
There we go. Holland and Hurley, I should have known. Okay. I'm gonna tap on the glass to get his attention.
You see that he's he startles to the window, and you see his eyes have got tears in them, and he like shuffles them away really quickly and like blinks his eyes open. He squints at you as if to be like, what the fuck? And like squish I can't think of words today, scrapes his chair back as he stands up. He comes over in his loose-fitting green dragon costume and opens the window, and he's like, hello?
Hey, I don't know if you recognize. I was like probably really small when you were last here. I'm Holland. I work at the carnival. Burley's been looking for you. So here you are. I see.
Burley? You
I like
know
your
Burley?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, whoa! Oh, he just goes absolutely crazy. And he's like, you've come to save me!
Yeah, I have, but we're being sneaky about it, so you gotta be, quiet.
Alright, okay. He opens the window full so you can, like, get in. And he's pacing around like he can't quite believe it. He's like, what have they been saying about me?
At the carnival?
Yeah. Did they miss me? Did they say nice things about me?
Yeah, of course. Burley's been really worried about you, but you've not been as gone for as long in the carnival time as it has been here. Right? Or was it the other way around?
I've not been here too long, I don't think. It feels like forever. But, I don't know. It's just all a blur to me. What did they say, though? Did they say nice things?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't they?
Well,
Everyone you Hurley.
I don't know, because when I was last there, everyone hated me because I was, I had a really short temper, didn't I? And I was a bit, blustery, not very popular. And everyone liked Burley better than me because he was all sweet and nice with his poetry, and I don't understand it.
Well, I couldn't either. I haven't heard any of Burley's poetry in a long time, but back then it just was like, oh, to be. And, that's like, well, duh. But that doesn't... I think people liked you much more than Thwacko, whose shoes I have here. So...
he looks at Thwacko's shoes and he was about to be down on himself, but then he just gets distracted by the laughing of that. He's like, he covers his mouth to not laugh so loud. He looks around, and as he looks towards these two black squiggles that you can see on the map there. And he looks towards them, and they seem to be very thick black curtains here and there. And he says, "Oh, I shouldn't laugh so loud, but if we're talking normally, you can't hear through those curtains, They're really, thick and block out a lot of the sound, because... Do you know about Enderlin?"
A little bit.
Right, she's really particular about how, sound and that. If there's any sound coming through, if anyone's talking, if there were the actors, because the actors, sleep in there, and he points to, this one here. And if the actors are talking and making noise and it gets through to the stage, she gets really mad.
Oh, so this is backstage.
Yeah.
So you have to perform?
Yeah, I've got to be a green dragon in the next one, I think. No, there's someone else going on before me. Charmay's going on before me, and then after I'm going to be a green dragon. But I get killed, and I get killed every time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I've got to be a dragon who's a pet of this archfey, and I've got to look after her and defend this castle palace thing, and then all these other people who pretend to be the hags and kill me.
That's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah. But how are you gonna get me out of here? 'Cause I don't like it here anymore. I mean, I did kind of come here of my own fault. It's my own fault.
We all wander into the Feywild by accident sometimes.
But I went on purpose.
Yeah, I went on purpose too. I don't know why I said that. We're gonna be fine. There's more than just me. Do you remember Flopsy? He's around here somewhere.
Oh yeah, I remember Flopsy.
And
where is he? And he goes to the window like this one and looks out. He peeps out the window. Those of you who are looking up at where Holland has just gone, sees Hurley's face peeping through. He sort of looks down and sees Flopsy and he waves.
Flopsy immediately has a big beaming smile and big waves back to him.
Mm-hmm. Oh look, he's waving at me. That means he likes me, doesn't it?
Say that again?
That means he likes me, doesn't it?
Of course.
Well, maybe coming here weren't such a bad thing then, because Enderlin said if I come with her and work at her theatre, then she'll make everyone like me.
But if everyone didn't like you before, then they wouldn't miss you as much as they did. Flopsy wouldn't be so happy to see you if he didn't already like you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. I think.
Well, here's the plan, I think. We're gonna get you out of here, but we've got some other people to get out of here as well. And also, Flopsy needs to find his sense of fashion.
It looks like I do as well. He looks down at his shitty fucking green dragon costume.
Have you seen anyone? He's a little scarecrow called Clapperclaw.
Clapperclaw? No. No, sorry, I haven't seen a real one, or someone dressed up like an actor dressed up as a scarecrow for the play?
He was a real scarecrow, but he's got like a head that's like made of bone because it's a skull.
He like really searches his memory and he's like, no, I don't think so. Usually I just stay in here until it's my time to go on the stage.
Well, he's not an actor then. What about Skek? Do you remember Skek from Snail Racing?
Skek? What, is he?
He's here somewhere.
Really? No, I've not seen him. I just see the rest of the actors. There's Elegy, there's Puff, River Noggin Lemonseed, Clee, and there's Diamanda, and then there's a few others that are doing a play right now. One of them's called Ilanis, one of them's called Granum, one of them's called Helgilar, and then this Charmaine who always does a monologue. She just wants to do it on her own. She don't want anyone else involved. She just does like a one-woman play. So then there's like them Darklings, but they just wander around the place, and Endelin makes them all be like audience members. But then ever since them two other sisters come along, there's more people in the audience now. These little red things with red hats on, and there's about like 10 of them, and there's about 30 Darklings, I think. And then these little creepy little things, I don't know if you remember from the carnival, them little creepy green things. Oh, there's a
the
bunch.
frog things.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them fucking jumping about the place.
Ew.
Yeah. I don't like them at all, they freak me out.
So, do all the hags watch your plays?
Yeah, from the balcony. They don't leave each other's side anymore. That's something that I've noticed, because at first they'd be like wandering around the castle like separately, and then only recently, since the thunder stopped, they've been gathered together all the time. I can hear them arguing sometimes.
So, if there's a play on right now, that means they're all in the theatre.
Yeah, they watch from the high up balcony.
Okay.
You know, there's two balconies that face the stage. There's one of them that's like for VIPs, and then the one that's higher up, which is just for them.
I'll just telepathically communicate that to everyone who is in range.
Yeah, because you've all got that like leaf thing. If you all listen, then you'll all get whatever that gets communicated. So like even if it's not your scene, still like pay attention, because you can always communicate with each other. Even Archie will be able to receive that information too.
Okay, I'm gonna go nosy around the castle, try and find my friends. Flopsy and our friend Felix are gonna be trying to put on a play, I think. So you might see them as well. But just like pretend like everything's normal and I'm not here until I can come back and get you.
Alright, I'll just warn you though, there's new metal tin soldiers like marching about the place. So I'd be really careful if you're gonna go looking around. Have you been invited?
Yeah.
How come you didn't come through the door?
I'm taking the long way.
Alright. So what should I do? Just wait here for you?
Yeah, just keep going as if there isn't, as if I'm not in the house, as if I've never been here. Because technically I haven't, wink wink. Because, you know, no one needs to know that there's a breakout plan going on.
Right. Well, I'll just sit here and cry like I was doing. That'll just look normal, won't it?
Yeah,
Does that look
that's
good?
great. Yeah, that's convincing. Maybe we should get you like a acting gig back at the carnival when we get there.
He does like a really big smile. Like for the first time, you feel as though he's feeling positive and optimistic. But he does continue to fake cry.
What's the way out of here?
Well, just that way is just where the actors sleep, so it's a bit of a dead end. There's more actors in there, and then that way, if you go through there, you'll get to a storage room. There might be some goblins. She's got goblins, by the way, as well, working for her. There might be goblins. It's like a prop storage room where props are kept. And then if you go up, you go into a library. But if you go down, you go into a corridor which leads to the stage. And then if you go up through the library, then there's like multiple ways you can go. If you keep going up, you get to the shadow theatre, where all the shadows are, which my shadow's there as well. It's gone from me and ran away from me, probably because it didn't like me. But that's even further north of the library. And then if you go northwest from the library, that's where they turn people into masks. If you're not good, if you're bad and Enderlin don't like you, you sit down in a chair and get turned into a mask.
Oh.
Yeah. It's either a sad one or an happy one.
Huh.
Usually sad.
That is a shame, but you are amazing, and thank you for your help, and I will be back soon.
Alright. Also, if you want to get up the stairs into the the first floor and the second floor, the staircase is just in front of that mask room, but it's always guarded by soldiers.
Got it. Okay. Well,
Right.
keep up the tears, champ.
Okay. He'll continue to cry as meanwhile, Flopsy and Felix.
Well, are you ready for the big performance?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Just a second, let me prepare. They say, always dress the part. I'm going to prestidigitate my entire outfit so it no longer looks like shit. Like a poof of dust is just going to radiate from Flopsy as everything gets cleaned. He's going to pull from behind him a brand new top hat that he is basically tied together from the outfits that they got from King Gullop's castle. He's kind of fashioned it into a makeshift top hat. It just kind of looks like three different bits of clothing that don't match, popped together, and pops it onto his head. How do I look?
Fashionista Flopsy.
Well, that's perfect. I don't know who to hand these tickets to, but let's find out.
We're main dooring it.
Main dooring it. And as you ascend this extremely steep pathway, this feeling comes over you, into your heart, both of you. Your lost thing is in this place. Flopsy, you are getting closer to your sense of fashion, and Felix, you're getting closer to Mo, your chicken.
Dodgy Boo!
And you get to the top, the tippity top there. And I'll tell you now. I'll tell you what you do see. A door. Now the surface of this door assumes the likeness of a skull-faced hag.
The Moon Twin is not welcome here,
It says in a raspy voice.
all others may step forward and pass through the black curtain at the end of the entrance hall.
and the visage splits down the middle as the double doors swings open, revealing a decorated hallway in which discordant chamber music plays. I'm going to pop you in that hallway now.
Flopsy will walk in while saying, "Thank you very much," and he knocks on the door with each word.
And you guys step through into this hallway. Yeah. This bit here on the either side is underneath this, so don't pay attention to it, it's just a hallway. And at the very end there you can see the black curtain that she was talking about.
Well, we main doored it.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It does.
Tell me, Felix, have you ever acted before? Pretended to... It's basically like playing pretend.
What's
No.
Oh.
But improv. Fine. We'll do it. Let's do it. I am, after all, your legitimate son, and so obviously I will inherit your acting skills.
I don't know if that's how it works, but yes, we are going to be perfectly fine. Flopsy's going to walk through the curtain first.
Okay. As you walk through this curtain, well, let's just see. You look out onto an open-air amphitheatre carved from the slope of the mountaintop. Short, cloaked figures, as well as some little redcaps that you recognise, sit on tiered stone benches facing the stage. Enclosing the stage are 10-foot-high walls, above which you can see the sky. A team of masked goblins is preparing the stage for a play, while costumed actors huddle sort of in the wings around about here, sort of rehearsing lines. There's an intricate overhead contraption upon which several more masked goblins are perched, and it seems that they're trying to like fix something, whereas it seems as though like lightning would have like provided effects and things, but the lightning's not happening anymore. So they're all trying to like use little bits of like small magics like prestidigitation and stuff to try and like get things to work. It's almost like they're the lighting goblins, and they're kind of getting pissed off that it's not working. And yeah, the sounds of chains clanking and gears turning can be heard coming from somewhere under the mountaintop in this sort of direction over here. From this point you haven't been seen yet, but yeah.
Flopsy's going to look up and see if we can see the balcony that the hags are on from here.
Not from the position that you're in now.
Okay.
Yeah. To see them, you'd have to be like past the seating area.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, so you're currently in the sort of wings of this place. And you see that there's this main sort of like goblin that's going around wearing a fancy little red jacket, and he's sort of like goes over, he's like set everything up. These goblins are setting things up as well. Sort of props and things here and there. And they seem to be setting up some sort of like fake ship, like a wooden ship that's got a flat bottom to it, on top of like a wooden sort of platform. One of the goblins is like twisting a sort of crank, and the wooden platforms like jolt like as the boat starts to like move. He like gives a nod to this main guy, and the main guy like shuffles over to the actors and is like you can't really hear what they're saying from this distance. And the actors sort of reluctantly step forward. And this guy comes to the front of the stage and he's like,
Roll up, everybody! It's time to see the greatest, darkest comedy the world has ever seen. It's called Only Fools Knock Twice. Only Fools Knock Twice, that is right. Only Fools Knock Twice. Haha! And then some of the Darklings just are like, wave, and some of the other Darklings are like, yeah, we've seen this one about 5,000 times. The Redcaps are absolutely don't give a shit. They are completely nonplussed. They're looking murderously at the entire, troupe. And then you see these three reluctant actors sort of take their positions inside this shipwreck. And the play just goes on the play begins, and you see that they're all trying their very, very best to be hilarious, as one of them is trying to pull the sails up and it keeps falling down and all that kind of shit japery. But yeah, stage fright. Oh, sorry, this guy, this goblin, is sort of watching from the eaves, and every now and then when someone forgets a line, he's whispering, not that mast, or oh, hoist the mainsail, and all that kind of thing, from the distance. You hear sort of a strangely loud voice over the entire auditorium area. What's it called? Amphitheatre. And it's... Not this one again.
And it's loud. It's like a whisper, but it's loud. From your magical... No, roll me an Arcana. Yeah, you don't know how this is projecting around the room. Yeah, you got no fucking idea what's cracking off here. You wonder that Enderlin is in the fucking audience or something. Even though you've seen her up there, you think she's probably teleported and she's in the audience because her voice sounds close. It's the same voice as the door, that's why you can piece together that it's probably her.
Sorry, what did the voice say?
It said, oh, not this one again.
Oh.
Well,
I don't suppose sitting in the audience is really an option at this point. I don't think I've heard an amphitheatre so silent.
yeah, do feel like we'll get noticed the minute we walk down there, but
Well, I suppose that means we shouldn't really leave the noticing up to them. Flopsy's gonna pop his ticket in the brim of his hat, like a feather. What say we, try and liven things up a little? And he's gonna knock twice on the wall next to him.
As you do, you see that the main goblin, the sort of master of ceremonies, he's looking around as if to be who's interrupting this fucking play, and he sneaks around and is like,
Excuse me.
he looks up the stairs and he's like, hello there. He takes a look at you both and he says,
you must be the Madame's guests.
Guests of honour, I believe. We have a personal invitation from her.
He takes a look at the invitations.
You do indeed. That seems to be correct. Well, let us introduce you then. Sorry, my name is Stage Fright. I hope you don't get it. And he puts his hand out to shake yours.
Flopsy will shake his hand. Flopsy Lapousse. Entertainer extraordinaire, I believe, is the name we're going for now.
Oh. Oh, you're an entertainer.
You could call me that.
Perfect. And you?
He says to Felix.
Felix will also shake his hand. I'm Felix. Also, entertainer extraordinaire. After my father. I take after him. My legitimate father.
Felix. That's a stage name if I ever heard one. Wow. Well, off we go then. We might have to wait for the intermission.
And he's just gonna like stare at the actors for a while. And you very awkwardly watch the play until the intermission, where these like exhaustedly like go back behind the stage again. These goblins sort of come to do some set dressing, and as they're doing the set dressing, he comes down the stairs and he's like, well, everyone, we have an announcement to make. A very exciting one indeed. Come with me, then. He's like...
A very exciting
Flopsy will
one.
wave to the audience.
The audience, like, as you go down the stairs, all of the darklings in hoods just sort of turn their heads slowly towards you, very menacingly. The redcaps especially look murderous in their looks at you.
Here we are.
With a smile.
Here we are indeed. Now. Step back, you lot. Step back. This is important.
He turns around.
Come and stand here and here. Here and there. Thank you. One. Not next to me. I'm important. Yeah. Now, cast your eyes above.
And he like puts his hand up to the sort of topmost balcony. And when you look up there, you glance your eyes up to the top, not to the first balcony, to the second, and you see there's two balconies, by the way. So like even though on this the picture it showed one at the bottom and one at the top, that's from that angle, but from looking at it from the front, you see that there are two balconies at the bottom and two balconies at the top, sort of side by side. And on the leftmost balcony at the top, you see Endlin Moongrave standing there with a veil over her face, over her skeletal face, with her bony black shoulders sort of draped in like very like sort of sheer fabric. You can't see her bottom half, nor can you see Scabbeth and Nightshade's bottom half, or Bavlorna's, as they're all three stood together looking down as Stage Fright says, Your visitors have arrived, madame. And she lifts she's very, very far away, so she's like a little speck. They're all three of them are quite little specks. She lifts some opera spectacles to the holes in her skull eyes and peers down at you. And she says, Yes. And then she turns to Bavlorna and whispers something to her. And Felix, you have something new, don't you, since you level up?
Yes, I do. I'm particularly observant.
She turns to Bavlorna and says, and you can read her mouth. She says,
Are these the ones?
and Bavlorna looks down, and you see Bavlorna's big fat toad-like mouth be like,
Well, just one of them. I don't recognize the other.
and Endlin turns to Scabatha,
Are these the ones?
and Scabatha's like peering down, and she says,
That one threw up on my bed and on my trinkets. My dear sister, when are you going to kill them?
and Endlin looks around, down, like in sort of mouths,
All in good time.
But that's what they mutter to each other, thinking you can't hear them. Only Felix can hear this, or see this. But you do hear a loud voice, which now you can presume is from Thaumaturgy, as she says,
Welcome to my theatre. I hope you've got something planned for me, as I have extended my hospitality to you. You are required to perform, as all of my visitors are.
and Stage Fright bows low to her, and he's like,
Well, you heard the madame. I suppose it's best that we start rehearsing straight away.
from the tip top, you just see Endelyn sort of lower her spectacles, the little opera binocular. I can't say the word.
Binoculars.
Binoculars. I'll just say spectacles from now on. The opera spectacles. She just lowers them and like sort of bitchily like turns to her sisters and gives a really like deep smirk, as if to be like, "This is gonna be shit and we're gonna love it." Yeah. Go on, Flopsy. What were you gonna say?
Flopsy's gonna whisper to Stage Fright, "Can she hear us if we talk from here? Or is there some magic that happens during the performance? Like, she can hear us now, right?"
Endelyn can see everything.
He says with like a sort of like a rolls an insight. He says it with like confidence of his madame.
That's a -3.
Yeah, this confuses you because like I mean it doesn't confuse you, but like yeah, you just think yeah she can fucking hear everything. She can see and hear everything.
That's good. Flopsy's going to turn back to the balcony. Might I say how wonderful it is to finally be here and to accept your invitation. I'd expect nothing less than to put on an absolutely stellar performance for you. And he's going to take his top hat in his left hand and spin it like a basketball on his hand, and bend over to bow while he's spinning it and then put it back on his head. The ticket lands facing forward, so it's always like the invitation is always in view.
Okay. She turns to Bavlorna and she's like,
He thinks he's so good, doesn't he? I can't wait to kill him.
Then Bavlorna's just like, yeah. That's what you see, Felix. But none the wiser, Flopsy. But they seem to be being very bitchy about you. However, meanwhile, Stage Fright is going to like literally drag you to the side of the stage, and he's just going to be like,
Right, so we have someone on after this,
because then these get kicked back on the stage to do the second part of their performance, and the goblins obviously go back. And from the wings, you see someone that you might recognise. Over here, it's only Chucklehead, Scabatha's little goblin with a pumpkin on his head. And you can see that he's like peeping round the corner, being like, "You got this, guys. You got it. I believe in you." And he's like giving people like positive affirmations from behind the thing to the actors. Yeah, and anyway, Stage Fright's like,
Right, so we've got one on, this one, then we've got another one on from Charme, right? And then after that there was supposed to be the green dragon one, but we'll squeeze you in after Charme.
Sounds wonderful. Do we have a troupe, or is it a two-man show?
Well, I'll feed you some lines, you see. It'll be a two-man show, and I'll tell you now, you've got to try and put in these lines.
and he's gonna oh no, as if my macro's failed. My macro has failed. Let me just find
Oh no, not your macro.
Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. So basically, lines such as
Even a beholder wouldn't have seen that one coming. Or, tomorrow at sunrise I shall no longer be here, etc. So I'll feed you a line, whisper it to you, and you've got to fit it into your performance. So you two can get planning.
which means Hallie and Andrew, do you mind like DMing each other right quick just whilst another scene goes on? So we're going to camera now too. Well, we're going to camera too. A fucking entire army. An entire army have made it through this tunnel. Now I'm just gonna put you all on token layer again. And I'm just gonna pop you all in here. Archie, Octavia, Al, Gleam, Agden Longscarf. I'm just gonna show you all down here. I'm gonna just put you so you can see through the room. Which you can see is quite dark. But yeah. I'm just gonna give you some stuff in a minute. Yeah, behind you are the entire is the entire army. Just to let you know. So anyway, you've made it through the mine. Just 1 second. That's really loud. Okay, there we go. Now it's decided to turn down. Sirenscape just had a little poop in itself moment.
Well,
anyway,
happens to all of us.
So let's have a little look-see here then, shall we? So, understage. So. So the tunnel ends at a wall of loose-fitting stones, and red light shines through the cracks. And you hear the sounds of shouting and hammering coming from somewhere beyond the wall. As you peep through here, it's not big enough for you to actually fit through just yet, so you could actually move the stones and things like that. But as you peep through into this room here, you see there are crates of props like, sort of stacked in the chamber. Alongside sort of like wooden backdrops that are draped in cobwebs. There's an 8-foot diameter circular wooden disc right here, painted to look like a smiling moon that leans against one wall. Yeah. And you also see first of all, a giant rug on the ground right here.
Nothing strange about that.
Nothing strange about this gigantic rug that you probably... Well, roll me a history check.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll roll that history check.
Please do.
Got that. Oh well. You couldn't stop me from rolling a history check if you tried. Never got to minus my thingy from it.
Oh god, yeah.
Why are we just getting terrible rolls?
It's a normal rug, but you do see 2 live marionettes, like dolls, here. One of them is sort of like getting with a pin, trying to like sew up the arm of another, saying,
"Oh dear, you've got yourself in a right tizzy, haven't you?"
And this one's like,
"Yeah, I couldn't help it, it just fell off. It's just been fraying away all this time. Oh, it's alright, don't worry about it, I'll help.
And you can see that she's quite busy fixing the arm of this other marionette, but you do recognise this one, the one on the right, to be the little marionette from Scabatha's house.
The evil little marionette.
The one that would make them work and sew.
Well, I'll tell you what, who's doing the sewing now?
From beyond, you can hear speaking. From the actual place that you are right now, you can see through to the other side of the room.
No.
Through this room, you can see a very, 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 like, attractive woman. She's got sort of, like, black hair tied up into a bun. She's got, like, dark lipstick on, like, dark purple lipstick. She has this beautiful, like, dress on. That's being currently, like fixed by this goblin. But she keeps, like, walking around and, like, telling people what to do. So he's, like, following her around with this, like, little pins and needles and things that he's trying to, like, sort her outfit out as she wanders around the place. And she... hang on, let's have a look here. She's like,
Come on, be quick about it. I'm going on next. Come on, it's not rocket science, is it? And you, Snot, Germ, sort out the props. They're like, oh, bloody hell.
And they're all trying to, like, do her bidding, in other words.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, bloody Nara.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna, like, sort of... Well, first of all, let's see if there's any secrets. Are there any... I'm gonna use my wand of secrets. Are there any secrets within, like, say, 30 feet of me?
I mean, the only secret really to be revealed is that this rug is magical.
Whoa! Wow. I wouldn't have thought that. This is some sort of magical rug. Alright, I'm gonna try and, like, start sort of very quietly, very sneakily, sneak. I'm gonna try and sort of quietly move these rocks aside.
Roll the stealth.
And then minus my... Is it D6?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 10.
As you, like, sort of moving the rocks, like, with two hands and everything, like, as you pick one up, like, the one beneath it just sort of, like, rolls out into the room itself. And this doll says,
What was that?
and, like, looks over.
Nothing. Oh, shit.
Pincushion, I think there's someone here. No, don't worry about it. I don't think they'll... really?
And she, like, goes over and, like, peeks through the thing. Both of them do.
Hello?
And they're a bit small, so they, like, climb up the rocks a little bit, and the rocks move and fall forwards into the hole, into the tunnel, and they see you.
Oh!
Hi.
There's someone here!
No, don't worry. I'm meant to be here.
Why? Are you meant to be coming through the wall?
Yeah, I've got a delivery to make.
Roll a deception.
I'll roll a cheeky deception if you don't... That's not worked.
But we're not expecting any deliveries.
You weren't?
No. Are you here to let me free?
And Pincushion's like,
No, you don't want to be free. It's okay here, don't worry about it. Well, I wanted to leave quite a while ago, and...
Pincushion's like,
No, it's okay now that Scabbeth is here. We're gonna sort everything out.
Well, you can go if you want. You shouldn't let anyone tell you have to stay here.
Well, I weren't going to tell you this, Pincushion, but the reason why my arm fell off is because I was trying to get out and it got snagged on a gate.
and Pincushion's like,
Oh, I can't believe you. I thought you wanted to stay here with me. We just like each other, you and me.
and you hear, like, talking coming from here. Like, the woman, who's talking to the goblins. And she stops and she's like, What was that? And she, like, walks in to the room. The goblin's like following.
Guys, you need a cover for me.
What are we supposed to say?
I don't know. Just you need to not let her know I'm here.
Roll persuasion.
Oh. Oh bloody hell! I'm at the mercy of these dolls.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Minus that 6. D6.
Right. Because maybe a 9 might help. No, 8.
Well, I'm not gonna.
I just wanted to go. She's gonna like squeeze through you all, and Pincussion's gonna be like, "No, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And she's gonna chase after her, like into the tunnel. And as soon as they go in, they're like, "How many people are in here?" And then like they've like gone into the tunnel though, so you have an opportunity to do something now to try and like hide yourself before this lady comes in.
Yeah, actually, I want to like try and grab Pincushion and just sort of like hold my hand over her mouth, sort of like turn my back sort of like around, and I just want to whisper to like the guards behind, like, let her go through.
Okay.
Like for the other one who actually wants to leave.
All right, roll me a grapple check.
Oh, bloody Nora, there's a lot to do here, isn't there?
Beat a 12.
I can do that.
Okay. Minus D6. Oh yeah, you're gonna
That's
get
fine.
it. Yeah. You pick her up and she's like, and you put your hand over her mouth and she's like, this lady steps into the room and she's like, hello. Pincushion, break a leg. Where are those blasted dolls? And the goblin's like,
I don't know, miss. I don't know. I've not seen them. I don't know where they are. Maybe they're hiding. Maybe they're playing hide and seek.
roll me a stealth to hide in the tunnel.
Crap.
She's going to make a perception check to find the dolls.
Oh
wow. And her perception check.
Oh no. I'm being. Oh no, wait, hold on. It's cancelled out. I've got the sneaky boots.
You've got the sneaky boots.
That gives me advantage on stealth.
Oh,
so
it
it's
does.
just a normal roll.
Nice. Do the d6 anyway. Oh no, you don't need to. Yeah, she gets a 5. Pincushion. Break a leg. Oh, I don't have time for this. And she like walks out again. Oh, whatever. They can do whatever they want anyway. They're distracting me. They're distracting me from my performance. What were my lines again? Bile, tell me my lines. Bile's like, it was something about getting your powers, and you've got really strong powers. You're a wizard or something. And it's just like, oh, for God's sake, that's not how it works. That's not how it goes at all. And then she's gonna like walk off. Oh, I'm on so soon. She's like, you just see her getting pissed off, and Bile sort of like follows her up the room. And after a while, you sort of hear her voice like muffle away. As it appears that she's gone to leave the room to go to do her performance.
Well, I just sort of look at Pincushion like, oh bloody Nora, what am I to do with her? Hey, Octavia Gleam, what should I do with her?
I don't know. Like, can you like wrap her up in something so she doesn't make any noise?
Well, maybe I could wrap her up in that magic carpet.
Is that gonna make like a bunch of noise though?
Yeah, probably. Do we have like something? Well, she's only small. Maybe I could wrap her up in my handkerchief that I got for Winter Ladrin's Day.
Maybe. If she's like a doll though, like she can't breathe, right? Like she can still live, like if you wrap her up real tight.
You're a doll, aren't you?
Pincushion's just like, if you remove your hand, she's like,
Yes, I am a doll. What difference does it make to you? And I recognize you.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Well, guess what? I recognize you.
So so.
So you're not the only one who can recognize people. And I saw you sewing things up. Huh? Different now, the sewing needles on the other arm.
Oh, I'm so scared and frightened. I'm so frightened. Oh dear, what are you going to do to me?
What do you think I should do to you?
I don't know. What if I do this?
And she like shouts really, really loudly.
Oh gosh.
And as she does, you hear a couple of goblins being like, "Huh?
Cover him up.
What's going on in here? I heard him screaming.
Bile comes back and he's like,
Yeah, we're just, it's just them dolls. They're playing hide and seek, so just leave them to it. I can't be arsed. I'm going to bed after I've dealt with that Charmaine. She's a right bitch. Oh, don't say that. If she hears you saying that, you'll right get it, you will. No, I fucking hate her. She does my head in. Literally every day, she's like, oh, we'll sew my dress up, but she never stands fucking still. I'm going to sleep now. Fuck this.
and he's gonna go, he's gonna like go down, and they're like,
Do you want to play cards? Yeah, go on then. I'll play cards.
and they sit around the table and play cards. But Bile seems to have like huffed off to his bedroom.
Hey, Agden Longscarf, do you think you can wrap her up in your, well, your long scarf?
Aye. Yeah. I could probably do that. I've lost my accent.
Cockney and a...
Hey up, Governor. Yeah. I can do that, surely. Just give her ear.
Give her the...
Here's the thing though, if I'm going to run really fast or jump or anything, she'll fall out and roll out like a little, tumbling doll.
Well, I mean, when we start running, that's like when it doesn't really matter if they can hear her or not.
Right. Gotcha.
Okay. Can we see, the stage from here?
No, you cannot. Not from this position.
Oh, fudge. Well, I guess Flamehoof still knows to warn us.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well,
I guess we'll just have to sit here.
Speaking of Flamehoof, well, let's have a little mosey on up.
Let's see what he's up to. Let's see what he's seeing.
Mosey on up to Holland, who is being followed by a horse, by a giant Flamehoof horse, in the ethereal plane, along with Oogle the owlbear, also in the ethereal plane, following Holland, who has done what? What are you getting up to?
God, I feel like there's a fire horse breathing down my neck. Well, after Holland just peace and love to Hurley, he's going to chuck on his cheeky invisibility cloak for added cheeky damage.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to also make the most of his spider climb and start mooching around on the roof, on the ceiling even. Just generally speaking as I make my way around the castle. But before I fully set off, I'd like to just poke my head round the curtain to the actors' sleeping quarters. See if Glister the sister is there.
Okay. So you peep your little head through this curtain here.
A cheeky mosey.
A cheeky little mosey. And you do see, it's very dark in here actually. I don't know why there isn't a light. I'm just going to pop a light in there for you. I can hear myself.
I see the void in there.
There we go. I can hear myself, Peach. I don't know if... Can you just mute, Peach? I can hear myself. Peach? I'll just mute you. Alright. Okay. So yeah, you have a little peep in there, and you can see, let me just show you, hang on. You can see that the walls of this gloomy chamber are lined with black veiled compartments that contain makeshift beds. So through these curtains there are a bunch of little beds in there, so you might see one slightly open and you can see. The furniture is really sparse though, a few wooden tables and chairs, a box of junk in one corner, and a flickering lanterns resting about here and there. There's 5 performers in the room. Well, there should be. There's only 3. There's 5 performers in the room. And 2 of them are pacing nervously, while 3 of them just weep. You don't look like you recognise any of them.
Okay. No one's got like a sun motif going on.
Nah, they all just look like basic bitches. You can see literally like a male human, a female forest gnome, a male Lightfoot halfling, a female tiefling, and a non-binary human.
Well. That's a problem for me in like an hour, so I'm gonna leave again and start looking for signs of Clapperclaw, Skek, or Galista the sister. Or a fashion sense if that's walking around anywhere.
Nice.
I don't think I'll be able to see that. Yeah. So I'm like mooching along the ceiling to try and take the less beaten path, as they say.
Nice.
Hey. Making my way around.
Roll me a stealth check for sound-based reasons. As you clamber around the ceilings.
Do I still get advantage if it's a sound stealth roll?
What do you get the advantage from?
The cloak.
Is it of elven kind?
I think so. Peach.
Let's have a look. Cloak of elven kind. Perception checks made to see you have disadvantage and you have advantage on stealth. When you hide. Pardon?
Unmute Peach. She's talking.
She can unmute herself, but okay.
Well, I'm not muted.
Yeah, I did mute you because when you took your headphones off, I could hear myself.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, how does it work?
I'll tell you how it works. It's a cloak of invisibility, full invisibility. You pull the hood up and you have 120 minutes of invisibility. And for every hour you don't wear it, you regain an hour. Not every 12 hours you don't wear it, you regain an hour.
So invisible, basically the invisible condition, you do have advantage on. Let's have a look.
That's right. You have advantage on stealth, and you also have advantage on attack rolls to hit something.
Let's have a look.
As well as anything that tries to attack
Wait.
has disadvantage.
You don't have advantage on stealth.
No.
It's yeah.
It provides all the benefits of being invisible.
Yeah, it's invisible. That's what invisible is.
And does the invisibility not provide the item itself doesn't provide advantage?
No. Neither does invisibility. It's the attack rolls have disadvantage and yours have advantage. That's the benefit.
Oh.
There's no stealth benefit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're stealthy enough, Holland.
I am stealthy enough. Whoa. Being invisible doesn't benefit you stealthily.
It's one of them.
Well, stick a 25 up your
Hey! As you've walked into this room here, you see that, well, first of all, there's a little goblin who's rooting around in a chest. These are prop rooms, sort of chocked with a variety of props and costumes. There seems to be literally no order to any of it. And this guy's like sort of rooting around, and he's like pulling out loads of random shit, sort of searching for something. So he's like busy in this chest anyway. So yeah, he's literally like pulls out like a fucking gargoyle and like a small wooden cradle with a baby goblin doll in it. Yeah. He's just rooting around.
Okay. If I recall correctly, which I probably don't. The library was this way.
That is correct.
Hey!
Hey, you peep through into the library, and guess what? Ho 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 ho. The oracular library. This magnificent hall is lined with stone bookshelves, housing a library of leather-bound tomes. There are 3 elderly, bespectacled goblins climbing ladders and fetching books for 3 slender, cloaked figures who are reading while seated in overstuffed armchairs. They just seem to be bringing them books and being like, yes, is that the one? Yes, okay. And, going about their librarian businesses.
Okay. Is this anything here? Is it just a window?
It seems to be just a gap in the sort of bookshelves. There's no window through to the stage from there, no.
Okay. It's a bit hard to tell with the shadows on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm bloody nosy through.
There does seem to be a breeze coming from here, though.
Cheeky gander over here, then.
Well, when you have a cheeky gander, you can look down on the stage. Can you see that?
Like floppers. And our Felix.
Can you see all the way down there?
I actually can.
Oh,
I can
hey.
see.
I'll tell you what you can see. What you can see is a very, very stroppy-looking woman storm onto the stage, carrying a lantern, and inside the lantern is a little Briganock, right? She stands there tapping her foot as these lot finish their shitty comedy, and they like scurry off the stage, and you see Chucklehead is there, sort of being like, well, that was really good, don't worry about it, you did really well, as they all like go back in. And you see Stage Fright take the stage again. And he like grabs hang on one second, I just need to read something of his. He Yeah, he picks up a scepter, which looks to be like a fool's scepter, like what a jester would have, and it's topped with like a goblin's head that's similar to his, and he sort of like talks to it a little bit, before like coming up on stage and being like,
And now, for the second performance, the beautiful, the amazing, the wonderfully talented, the... Anything else I need to say about Charme?
and she's like, the delectable?
The delectable Charme!
And then like you hear everyone lazily clapping. She comes up and she's holding this little Briganock in a lantern, and she like gives a massive bow to the crowd. She like looks up like beyond to a place that you can't see, gives like a smile, a very gracious bow, and she says, this is the tale of, let me just see what a fucking tale's of. A tale of, where is it? So this is a tale called The Lamentations of a Warlock. And she begins to sort of like trudge about the place like a girl with no like ambition, and spots this little Briganock inside a lantern, and she just starts acting like, you know, like there's a whole fucking performance going on here of like a story of someone looking for some power and that the lantern will light the way and all that kind of thing. But yeah, you're sort of standing there watching.
Oh, well, wish that were me, but hey, there's a job to do. And I don't see my Clapperclaw on stage. So I'm gonna turn my ass right around and go crawling back over yonder. I'll do a quick stop overhead here. just look at these three for a second. See that they're just being boring.
They are. They're just reading.
I'm gonna shake out the tiniest bit of the Chinese 5 spice that Felix gave to me, just to make these.
Spice these boring bastards up a second.
And then I'm gonna mooch on my way.
Literally one of them just raises his head and then like looks around and then gets back to reading.
No.
No.
Oh, come on, please.
Nora.
I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna... Let's see. Northwest was the mask room, I think. So...
You do see, when you look there, a tin soldier guarding.
Hey! I do dislike those bastards, though. Oh, go on then. I'm gonna try and sneak past the tins.
The Tintins. Well, I'll just let you know that they're much smaller than they appear, because each square is 10 feet, as you can probably imagine. But they look to be standing next to this circular-looking staircase, which is just here. There's steps going up in a little circle. With your 25, you're going to keep that for now until you do something different, like open a door, for example, such as this door, which is here. Yeah, so you see staircase going up and a door.
Well, I don't think anything good is waiting for me upstairs, but I think that might be the way up the Uzumaki stairs. Ow.
You sneak up these stairs, and hot diggity damn, I'm just gonna take you up the stairs.
A bit
Hot diggity damn, do you go up these stairs?
very dark in these stairs. Bit of a tripping hazard.
There you go, you're a bit further up, so if you scroll up, you'll spot, as you ascend the stairs,
Ooh.
2 more of these guards.
That was a big...
My goodness. You see this huge contraption, which looks on the art, on the map, that it's full of lightning. However, it's no longer full of lightning, this huge contraption, right? So yeah, to your right is this contraption, and I'll just say now, right? This contraption, I'm going to describe it best I can without it having lightning on it. The cylindrical chamber houses a not wearing contraption, a straight, solid, and still contraption, bolted to a revolving metal disc that serves as its base. Metal spheres and sickles are attached to the ends of long metal arms that sweep back and forth. Well, they don't sweep back and forth. That's staying still. If they would, it'd be like the hands of a giant metronome. The apparatus is inlaid with characters from strange alphabets and smoky wisps in the shapes of these letters. Well, they don't come off it because it's broken. The whole device does not hum, nor does it crackle with lightning. But, yeah, rising from the middle is an 80-foot-tall copper pole with 8 10-foot-long lightning rods attached end to end. It extends upwards past a ring-shaped gallery that forms the chamber's upper level. So you can see through a hole in the 50-foot-high domed ceiling. So yeah, it's like you can see up to another level. There are 3 goblins wearing overalls and tinted goggles that are sweeping the area, which you can't see because I forgot to put them in. Oops. But yeah, I'm just gonna... Oh no. Come on, please. I've lost my page. My page has gone up above the you know, Peach, when the page goes above the fucking... Yeah, I've lost the page. I need to refresh. But yeah, so there are 3 goblins in there, but you can't see them on the thing. They're not shown on the map, if that makes sense.
I'll tell you something.
But to your left, you do see something else. Well, to your right, to Holland's right, even. To Holland's... Oh, no, now you've gone in the room. Yeah, also, those stairs go up some more. Like, this is the first floor. And then they go up again, if you did want to go up further. There's also another tin soldier here.
Now, let me see. I'm not good at floors. I'm not proficient in working out where people are.
Well, when you look up the stairs, you see that's like the final floor is above you.
So that's probably Hag City.
But anyway, whilst you're thinking about that, I do want to show you this this little door here first. Just to show you what you would see when you saw it. So let me just have a look. 2 rusty suits of armour, sized for goblins, and equipped with halberds, flank a large stone door which is bereft of handles, hinges, or decorations.
I don't like that. Not gonna lie. Well, I'm trying to go as long as possible without having to reroll myself with the luck that we're having. So, I'm going to quick speed run my way down this corridor.
Okay.
Into the darkness again and see what's cracking.
And you do see, at the end of that corridor, another door.
Oh, no, please! Is there anyone around, though?
You can kind of hear talking through that door. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, I do get advantage on hearing perceptions because I'm a rabbit.
Ooh. Okay. You can hear. I'll just have a look here. You can hear.
I stole the spool of thread, and here it is.
And you also hear like,
Oh yeah, we could sell that, couldn't we? We could sell it. What does it do? I don't know. I'm not sure. Endelin said it was worth something. Oh, she wouldn't get me to steal it from Bavlorna otherwise, would she? I'm not sure. Well, maybe it's just one of those things like a trinket or something. I'm not sure what it does. We could sell it.
and that's all you hear is that sort of strange talking.
And there's some dastardly deeds going on in there. Right. Well, they're clearly Endelin minions, so I'm not fucking about with that shit yet.
But meanwhile, we're gonna head on over to Understage, considering Charmai's play is still cracking off. So,
Oh, bloody no.
Archie and the team. You can see through there that there are those 3 goblins that are playing cards. And from a muffled distance, you can hear the sort of like over-the-top, pretentious voice of Charmai giving it all she's got.
I guess the only thing I can do now is I wanna like I don't know what I wanna do. I'll tell you what I wanna do. Right, so I can see that this carpet is clearly evil.
Yeah, you can see its alignment.
An evil and wretched carpet. Listen, guys, there's an evil and wretched carpet right there.
Yeah? What's it gonna do?
What can a carpet do?
It's just a carpet, Archie. I wouldn't be so scared of a carpet. It says gleam.
You know what? You're right. Screw it. I'm gonna try and, like, sneak my way past the carpet.
Okay.
Wait for my signal, guys. Well, that's the direction I'm going in. I'll roll a stealth.
Mm-hmm. Minus a d6.
Yeah, so that's 19. 1, that's 18.
You sneak past the rug.
You
You get to hear, and these three seem to be quite engrossed in the game that they're playing.
Maybe I should... okay. Hello?
And they turn over. And they turn around to you and they just go, "Hello?
What are you doing here?
Oh, well, I just came to see what was going on. Are you playing cards?
Yeah?
Room for one more?
They look at each other. Roll persuasion.
Oh my god, what am I doing?
Minus a 6.
Well...
And d6 even. Like it makes that much of a difference anyway.
9.
No, this is our game of cards. What are you doing here anyway? Where did you come from? In that room? Have you come in here in a box? Have you smuggled yourself in?
What? In that room? Oh, you must not have been paying attention. I clearly came from that away.
Deception.
What am I doing? Oh, brilliant.
Okay, we got that d6.
Brilliant. Oh, 15.
Nice.
Oh. Oh, we're not paying attention. We're a bit tired, you see, because we've been working all bloody day.
Really?
Are you a performer? An actor?
Oh, I'm just a stagehand. Really.
A stagehand? But
Yeah,
all goblins are stagehands. Oh, God. You're coming for his job, aren't you?
Well, I was actually just gonna suggest if you're all tired, I could take over for you. You could have a little nap.
What a loser.
They look at each other.
Ah. Yeah, take advantage, take advantage. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, totally, yeah. Yeah, we really need someone to step in. Because all this stuff needs polishing up.
Yep.
Yep.
Be polishing.
Oh, yeah. You see that fire there?
Yep, I see it.
Yeah, you got to keep that fire lit, or else, you know,
Right.
it'll get cold. And you're going to see all these boxes. You got to go and look at them all and write down what's in them. And
Right.
you got to clean everything that's in them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're going to do.
All right then.
Hey.
Well, I'll let you guys get to sleep.
Yeah.
And I'll just take over.
Yeah, after we finish this game.
Mm-hmm. All right, and that's just gonna, like, I guess, work while they finish the game.
Yeah. They finish the game and they like start yawning and they're like,
Well, get to it then.
I'm getting to it.
Wake up and well, I hope you'll do a good job.
I'll do the best darn job you ever see.
Yeah, you better do. What an idiot! As if.
What an idiot! As if.
they're very happy about that.
They should be.
Alright.
Well, I guess I'll just chill here until someone comes down.
Well, you do see from
Well, I could-
your new position, there is a curtain there, which is where the sounds of the performance seems to be coming from.
That's what I want to do.
You peep through, and you can see. Wait a minute. Where's the fucking room? When you peep up there, you see
Nope.
that you are directly behind Flopsy and Felix.
Oh gosh.
Where the fucking... Hang on, let me just see if this is where this actually lines up to properly. Oh, no, you're not. You're over here. It's circular. It goes circular-wise. There we go. You're not directly behind Flopsy and Felix. You are just there. And as you peep down, like, round the corner, you see Charmaine giving it her all. And then at this point, she's like... And this is where I get my lightning powers! And then she, like, thrusts her arms up into the air and then, like, looks around and all the goblins, like, shit themselves. And because the ones that are working the lights are, like, trying to make the lightning work. And, like, nothing's happening. And she's like, and this is where I get my lightning powers! And, nothing's happening. So then she's like... Pretend you see the lightning powers. Anyway, I feel invigorated by my new powers. Isn't that right? And the little Briganock in the lantern's like,
Yes, I am so glad that you have your lightning powers now.
and she like kicks the lantern as if to be pissed off. Thank you very much. Thank you one and all. And she does a huge bow, but she's only looking up. And when you look up Archie from your position, you can see Endelyn, you can see Scabatha, and you can see Bavlorna. Endelyn in a black veil, Scabatha with a long witch nose, all cracked and weird, and Bavlorna, a little green, froggy, slimy self, sat up there, staring down. And Endelyn, looking through her little opera spectacles, does lower them to do a little bit of a clap with her skeletal hands. And she turns to Scabatha, and she says,
She's come along leaps and bounds, hasn't she?
Felix, you're the only person who can read her lips.
Read that lip.
Read that lip. And Charmaine bows and she like storms like down off the stage. No, she's gonna go this way. She's gonna like burst into the library area with the little Briganock.
Thank goodness she didn't come my way, Archie says to herself.
And as you peek in, stage fright, the goblin comes along and is like,
Well, wasn't that a sight to behold? What a beautiful angel of an actor she is. Oh, that's right. We love a bit of lightning, don't we, everybody?
and then they all like, way.
Perfect. The best audience in all of this world.
He nearly said Prismia, but then he like cuts himself off and looks over at like Endelyn.
In all of yon and beyond. And up next, we have a beautiful, wonderful performance for you tonight. For our very own Endelyn Moongrave's visitors will be performing for us now.
Is there any set dressing that you would particularly like the goblins to do? Hallie and Andrew.
We can describe the set dressing as the scenes change, if that's okay.
That's absolutely fine. But just to inform you that you will be given lines to say every now and
We'll
then.
try and fit them in.
Yeah.
For now, I know the lightning is causing issues with the lighting effects, but do we have spotlights?
Yeah, you've got spotlights. But yeah, there is no lightning at all.
Flopsy has just been frantically making his own big prop. And before we go out, I'm just going to look at Felix. Right. You got it all down? Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Big debut.
I'm going to telepathically
Entertaining
message break a leg.
I'm going to shake Felix's hand, and when I pull my hand away, there is a cupcake in your hand for a bardic inspiration.
Woohoo.
I'm also going to snaffle my potion cupcake with the potion of heroism in it before doing this. Might be mistimed, but I think I'm going to need the extra. Flopsy's going to walk out first. Have a spotlight on him so the set can be dressed while everybody is looking at Flopsy.
Okay. By the way that the lines work is that you both roll initiative just to sort of see who's going to go first with the lines. It's not a fight initiative whatsoever. So does Felix and Flopsy give us an initiative?
Okay.
This should be good.
Yeah, so Flopsy, when the line comes through, the line's going to come through on the chat. When the line comes through, it's your turn first, then Felix after, and vice versa, and it'll switch between you all.
So we can't save up these lines and like blast it through them all at the end. They need to be said when they're sent, right?
Pretty much. You just have to shoehorn it in.
Okay.
Oh god.
We got this.
By the way, these are all rolled from 80 lines at random.
80?
80. Not in total, it's rolled from a table of 80. For a total of 10.
No, I know, but it's like, wow, the variety.
There'll be 10 5 lines each.
Flopsy stands silent for a second, just soaking in the atmosphere of the stage. Our tale is told across 3 lands in 3 acts, thither, hither, and yon. For quite some time these lands have been run by 3 hags whose fun had sadly gone. These 3 were so powerful, so wondrously adept, he didn't fumble them. They didn't even break a sweat when someone walked out of step. The bullywugs grew tedious, the children more dull than they were devious, and the actors, by gum, they were simply terrible. For someone to break the monotony of their day would be a miracle. And then along came us. And we said, we shall not rest till the deed is done. Flopsy claps his hands. Just a quick one. Did that work? Because I changed it to we.
You don't know.
Oh no!
Flopsy claps his hands and the lights come on. The stage dressing is very wooden, almost like a tree, and Felix stands in a spotlight dressed as Scabatha Nightshade. Flopsy on the stage.
So, Felix is currently cracking a whip at some imaginary children, kind of trying to mimic the little kiddie screams, gives a big yawn, takes the absolute piss out of the kids in Scabatha's voice. We danced too long, now the music is gone. She gives a really bored yawn. She don't want to be there. She's just telling these kids to crack on with your work. Come on.
Flopsy walks back onto the stage wearing a stick that he's got across his shoulders. On this long stick, it has makeshift heads and bodies of everyone in the crew. So we've got Holland, we've got Archie, Felix, Clapperclaw. Think for now that would be it. So those are the kind of people that he's got on his shoulders, and he knocks on the door, the imaginary door, but it makes the actual knocking sound.
Felix walks over to the imaginary door, flings it open. What do you want?
Oh, Scabatha Nightshade, it's such a honor to meet you. See, I blush red as a radish in your presence. I hear that you have been doing the same thing day in, day out for quite some time now. Torturing children sounds like fun, but it can get a bit long in the day if that's all that's going on. I have a brand new way that you can torture them, and I present a cupcake in my hand.
Hang on. Stop. Have you just farted?
Have I just farted?
I smell a foul wind.
Well, now that you mention it, I will pull out a blue sheet and attach it to the sticks, so that represents Felix.
Anyway, what's this? What's this that you're showing me right now?
Well, this right here, this is a magnificent secret cupcake that will torture the soul of whoever eats it. They would sit there enraptured by horrors in their own mind. I tell you, if they wanted anything, they would be sitting there saying, I would tear the world in two for a quaff. What's a quaff?
It's a quaff!
What's a quaff?
A drink!
Oh.
Drink of this cupcake.
You take this, you eat this, illusions will play in their minds so real that if you wanted them to be thirsty, well, they'd simply die. That's all. Any illusion you can think of will torture them.
Hang on, back. Did you speak? I thought it was the brain of an Anyway,
Well, I know I do have some powerful winds, but from this wound I shall never recover. You sting me.
Sorry, love. Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds good for torturing children. I'll have it. Yeah, go on then.
While Felix Escabatha is looking at this cupcake, Flopsy is going to comically, cartoonishly, like a Scooby-Doo villain, tiptoe around Scabatha and unlock imaginary pens. And as he flourishes his hand out as a go there, the noises of animals and children is going to come out of the pen. Flopsy's going to throw his voice with prestidigitation to do that, and he's going to be saying, "Go to freedom, go, you beastly little imp!" And then you hear a goat's voice as it goes away from the imaginary pen.
Felix does a double take, and I'm pretty sure that was. Felix does a double take, throws the cupcake over his shoulder. What? A tailor could not have sewn a fan alive. Comically, as you do.
Flopsy raises his hand to his mouth and goes, "Ooh."
Waddles over to Flopsy, does that little sassy little hand movement. Oh, you! Slaps Flopsy around the cheek.
Well, this truly is the worst outcome. No, I'll tell you what the worst outcome is. And using prestidigitation, I'm going to faux sling spells at Scabatha, just fireworks, basically, at her. We start kind of stage fighting / dancing around the stage. Flopsy will be jumping off of stuff trying to hit Scabatha, but Felix always moves out of the way, and he just keeps throwing prestidigitation fireworks to make it look like a spectacle.
Everyone's gonna go Okay, that's enough. That'll do.
As Flopsy gets to the edge of the stage, he kind of does a bow and a cheeky little wave to Scabatha, Felix Scabatha, not the real one, and jumps out of off the stage.
The last one, because Andrew did 2 in a row.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. From this wound I shall not recover, you have slain me, and you beastly.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
It's hard trying to keep track of where we are with that one.
Yeah, it's fine.
Also doing a play.
That's fine.
Felix, looking falsely battered, sits up. Awake, the time is upon us. That were rather fun. And then the scene ends and there's a new scene. Quick scene change.
So as the panels are turned to reveal their other side, the set dressing now looks very swampy and green. And Felix re-emerges dressed as Bavlorn of Lightstraw.
There's a bit of ribbiting around us. Felix looks really annoyed. Just generally pissed off by the ribbiting, to be honest.
Like a pantomime villain, Flopsy is just creeping behind Felix and just starts like picking up imaginary stuff and comically opening his jacket, putting the thing inside, winking to the crowd, and then carrying on walking, picking something up and whoop, just slipping it into his pocket.
Felix dramatically turns his head and goes, "Hey up!" No, that's the wrong voice.
Hey up, that's mine.
They all have Lancashire accents, by the way, for some reason.
Yep.
Flopsy just starts laughing. Oh, you caught me! Oh, nobody could be so... Sorry, I was waiting for another line to come through. I've just remembered it was the last one.
Yeah.
Nobody could be sneaky enough to get past you, could they?
Come on, let's fight.
Flopsy will, like, again, comically stage fight with Felix. As he's fighting, he's kind of leaning back and stuff's falling out of his pockets, like, whoa! I guess it is yours after all! And he carries on fighting until he gets to the other side of the stage. Incredibly tense music is playing. I'm assuming we have musical accompaniment to this that I could have given direction to.
Tense music.
If not, Flopsy's just going dun 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 through the whole fight.
As Flopsy gets to the edge of the stage and the fight is sort of coming to an end, I'm going to deliver this line that Andrew has so expertly written.
It was one that was given to us earlier.
I know. But it fits so well.
Damn son, even a beholder couldn't have seen that coming.
Just chuckles and like walks off. Walks back off stage.
Now, since Bavlorna has left, Flopsy will turn to the audience. Well, now that she's had enough time to go off and find her sisters and reunite again, only now shall I do my final piece. And the set pieces for the swamp fall apart. They walk off, and a third and final set change happens. In fact, the set change is literally just the set pieces from the last ones being pulled away, and the set is the bare stage that we're already at. And Flopsy walks out. Well, after all of that, I hope the hags have had a bit of fun. Must be boring sitting out here, doing absolutely nothing, I'm sure. We've all given them a right good time, haven't we, lads? And he kind of nods the stick with everybody's heads on, like, yeah, my God, hope they had fun. And he walks up to the middle of the stage and picks up an invisible actor by the scruff of the neck. Well, you simply won't do. And boots it off the stage and comically, like, does a golf look to see where it went. And then dusts his hands off. Now it's time for a real professional. He gets out his pan flute and starts doing a little performance. He does a dance that you could only really describe as arrogant. Like, he knows that he's good at what he's doing and is just flouncing himself around.
I mean, once he's sort of got into it a little bit, Felix emerges dressed as Enderlin and waits for the performance to end. Has the performance ended, Flopsy?
The performance ends and Flopsy does, like, the most grandiose bow. His hat falls off when he bows, just to make him look a little bit stupider.
Ooh, yeah, that were very good. Well done.
All of it done for you and your sisters, reunited at last.
Shut up a minute. Come here.
What have I got for you? Have I got your sense of fashion? Come on.
What? My sense of... Yes, I suppose you do.
Come here. Come here.
Flopsy's foot starts tapping on the floor and he starts kind of sniffing around. He scuttles up to Felix Endelin.
I'll give you your sense of fashion and a bit of a scratch behind the ear.
Oh yes, I'd love my sense of fashion and a bit of a scratch behind the ear.
And then there's a dun 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 as Felix pulls a prop knife out from behind his lovely dress and starts really laying into Flopsy. And I mean, it's probably hurting him a little bit, even though it's a fake knife. I mean, where has this guy got this murderous intent from? He's a bit too into it, like maniacally laughing and stabbing him with his fake knife.
From over, from 40 feet high on the balcony, you just hear ha 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 at that moment.
Flopsy's pulling red scarves out, making it look like he's bleeding and stuff.
And as Flopsy lay dying on the floor, Felix goes, "That's when I think of your sense of fashion." Walks off quickly. You know, there's like a bit of rustling. And he re-emerges with a pair of bunny ears on. Dad! Father! Just trying to be
Flopsy will kind of crawl along the floor. I don't think I'm going to make it out of this one, kid.
Daddy, no!
Just
Felix like kneels next to him, like shaking his hands at the sky. Why?
we did it all for the fun, though, didn't we? And we had a good laugh. I suppose I should be remembered for that. I just wish I didn't have to never see any of this again.
I will never be happy again.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's it.
The curtain falls.
The curtain falls.
The loud thaumaturgy voice whispers across all of you as Endelin looks down from the balcony. Bavlorna looks pissed, and so does Scabatha. But Endelin's laughing. She looks down, and she goes,
That was excellent. I'm feeling a little change of heart. Perhaps you could meet with me on the second floor. The meeting room, guarded. No, on the first floor even. Guarded by a single soldier. Just beside my array of tragedies. I will meet you there with my sisters. Well done. Well done indeed.
and you see her turn around and like the silhouettes of all three of them just like walk backwards off the balcony, like just sort of into the castle. Meanwhile, Holland, you're ascending those stairs.
Ooh, sure am.
And you ascend those stairs here. I don't know if you can see yourself there.
I've lost me. Hang on.
Go to the right, top right.
Top right. Hey, there I
There
am.
you are. And you find yourself sort of at the top of the that domed open ceiling where below was the contraption. And you see walking towards you all three of the hags, Endelin herself sweeping forth with those spider-like legs just towards you, Bavlorna slopping along with a sort of sound to her, Scabatha just walking normally as an old granny would. And they get to about here.
Ooh.
And they look
Holland
over at you.
his pants.
They look over at you. And Enderlin goes,
Huh. I didn't see you at the performance, child.
and at that moment you realise she can fucking see you if you're invisible or not.
You see me attached to the roof, though, just for the record.
She can see you though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pray tell.
She walks up to you. And she goes, move, to this tin soldier, and he scurries. Scabatha's like, don't talk to my fucking things like that. And Enderlin's like, shut up, bitch. She cranes her neck and like a fucking, what's the word? Spine, like cracks, like, as she cranes her neck upwards to look at you.
And what might you be doing sneaking around up here?
I'm not sneaking. This is just...
You're clinging to my ceiling. That looks like sneaking to me.
Your floors are very cold.
And
And
my
heat-
floor's not good enough for you.
No, it's not that. It's just that the ceilings are really good.
She cranes her head even closer, and it feels longer than a normal neck. Like, it feels like her back is, like, hunched, like, to support this long giraffe-like neck, as, like, a skull comes closer to you. The old sort of lace veil, like, sort of smelling a little bit like dusty grandma's. And she gets even closer. You are going to make for me a sneaky little... I think it's... let me just have a look here. You're going to make for me a cheeky sneaky little bit of wisdom save, I do believe.
It's just not what you hear as three hags walk over to you.
What's this power word? Murder Holland.
And plus a d4. No, sorry, ignore that.
Okay.
I forgot it's not wisdom save, it's dex.
17. Okay. So... she is going to learn your surface thoughts. The probe deeper did not succeed. But what would your legitimate surface thoughts at this moment be?
Holland's thinking, oh shit. Oh, I hope she's not gonna kiss me. Shit. Oh, I'm never gonna find him now.
I'm not going to kiss you, child.
You were getting close.
Find who?
My friend that I think one of your sisters maybe borrowed him.
Her long head spins around towards Scabatha. Scabatha's literally waiting, like, because now they can all see you, by the way, and she's like,
Yeah. You were that kid. You were part of them that come and ruined my house, and you invited me here. Remember?
and Enderlin's like,
And what friend is he speaking of?
Scabatha's like,
I don't know. What are you talking about? It's not to do with me. I don't steal anyone.
and Bavlon is like, blob,
Me neither.
and Enderlin looks back at you.
I recall sending out one of my well, performers, I would say, to collect one of your friends. He's a little scarecrow boy, isn't he? It would be a shame if he was to be turned into something less animate, wouldn't it?
That would be pretty awful.
Why aren't you with your friends?
Because you kidnapped him?
I mean your other friends who are down there and I'm about to meet with them.
Oh. Well, Flopsy's very wonderful at talking. And I'm not. I only recently got my creativity back, so I'm still learning. I've got a bit of stage fright. You know how it is.
Roll a deception. You've got the Snapdragon.
Always.
No!
How dare you? Why are you lying to me in my very own home, child?
At that, Scabatha shudders at the word child.
Because I'm frightened?
Well,
She raises her hands, and at the tips of her fingers, small, like, thin, wispy strings come out and, like, reach up towards you. You're gonna make me a wisdom saving throw
Okay.
as she attempts to puppeteer you and says,
well, be frightened no longer and join me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just join her. No. I presume the glass slipper doesn't help much here, but
That's
just
only
remind you
showing
I've got it. He, dirty 20.
Filthy, disgusting 20.
the strings attempt to sort of wrap around you, but they make no contact to your shoulders or arms or feet. And like, even though she's got like holes for eyes, you see her sort of skull holes like widen a little bit, as like she's a bit surprised at this, that her power didn't work on you.
Well,
She's still giving that join me vibe.
There's no need for all this, really. We can just go and meet with everyone.
well, they have been incredibly entertaining. Come on then. You're coming with me.
And she, like, as she's extremely tall, she's just going to grab you if you want to. Like, she's going to pluck you from the ceiling and, like, hold you with your shoulders. If you want to, resist that, it'll be a grapple check.
No, I'm good. I'll just keep my hands up near my chest, ready for.
You feel her spiky skeletal fingers literally digging into your shoulders as she's, like, grappled hold of you. You've chosen to fail the grapple, so she has you in her clutches. And she's gonna, like, lift you up slightly so that your feet are dangling. You think, fuck, that's some strength. Like, she finds it easy to lift you. And Scabatha behind her is, like, sort of licking her lips a little bit, like the prospect of hurting you when you're a child. Bavlorna's just plopping along behind, but she's going to take you down to the meeting room, where I'm going to put everybody else because you've come in to meet them. Obviously, apart from Archie, who's still down there.
I'll tell you what, that Enderlin must have some muscles under the ball.
Yeah.
Hey!
Just going to stand here, seat you there, and Felix and Flopsy, you're coming too. Just going to drag you across and then obviously move the camera. Oh, shit. Whoops. You didn't see that. You're in the top left, you guys. Top left. Yeah, as you are coming through, obviously, you get the feeling that like these tin soldiers have some sort of telepathy with Scabatha. That obviously they've allowed you to pass and get up into this room. So, yeah, you've made your way up to. So there's the stage level. There's obviously understage, the stage level, and then tower level 1. This is where you are. Just to sort of show you which way you would have come. You would have gone up these stairs here and come through. Ooh, sorry, I stretched you out. Come through into the contraption room and then up past here. Where you take a seat. Bavlorna and Scabatha just sort of like lean against the wall and wait for Enderlin. And she says, as you all file into the room, you notice Holland, who's been captured. And she actually has hold of him as though she's his mum. Like, and he's like a little child. She's got like her fingers dug into his shoulders.
Could you,
Yep.
Could you put more lights in that room? I can't see anything but Felix.
I was going to say, I can't see it. Is it only supposed to be like 2 cubes wide?
That's weird. Hang on.
Can see everything.
It's probably because you don't have dark vision, but there we go. Felix has dark vision. Can you see now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. And you're in there, and this appears to be the meeting room. It's incredibly bare, apart from these seats. There's also a curtain at the very back of the room. And she sort of holds Holland as you two walk in, Flopsy and Felix.
Hello there. Flopsy will knock on the door as he enters. We were summoned. Very happy to be here.
Yes. Your little friend was creeping around my top floor. On the ceiling, no less. Claims that he's not good at talking like you two are.
Oh.
I know he's lying. So that's going to put a little spanner in the works, isn't it?
I would actually say he's not lying there. Not to toot my own horn, but I do think I can speak a little bit better than Holland can. He's only just recently got his creativity back, you know?
Now don't try to manipulate me. It won't happen. I was going to be kindly enough to suggest that we could make a deal. But it seems that you've come here with other plans. Well? And what have you to say for it?
I'll leave the talking to our resident talker, Flopsy, maybe. Since he's tooted his own horn.
Well, I also tooted yours. Holland said he wasn't as good as you as well. But, I don't really know what plans you think we have. I'm not thoroughly aware of what exactly Holland was doing when you found him. But I assure you I don't necessarily have a plan that goes against making a deal with you.
Scabatha sort of pats Enderlin on the shoulder and she's like,
Watch out for them because they're really wily. They lied to me before, in my house. This child, is from the Witchlight Carnival.
Endolin looks at Holland.
The carnival? I knew I could smell something.
She looks at you all.
Now what is your plan? And don't lie to me.
She's staring at Flopsy as she says this.
Well, I'm not going to lie. Right now, I couldn't tell you.
A little rabbit told me you were looking for a friend. A little scarecrow friend.
Yes, it would be good to see our scarecrow friend again. As far as plans extend, we're kind of, I suppose, making that up as we go. When we see him, we see him.
How about a trade? This thing
She squeezes Holland's shoulder.
for your little scarecrow pal.
I guess at this point, Ooglay can't be held back by Flamehoof. And bamf into the room. Ooglay and Flamehoof comes rushing.
Ooglay and Flamehoof are gonna bamf into the fucking room at this point.
It's not me who makes the rules, it's just what Ooglay would do.
Shit.
At this point, fucking. Oh god, there's so many things on GM layer that I need to like not have. At this point, immediately, fucking Ooglay just into the room as well as Flamehoof. Endolin looks sort of taken aback by this because she can't see into the ethereal plane. She can just see invisible things, and she looks shocked, and she says,
So this was your plan all along, was it? To get us alone
No.
and kill us?
Please don't be alarmed. Well, basically, we knew that our little friends here wouldn't be allowed in because, they're great big scary looking beasts, but it may be that because you have Holland in your clutches, that Ooglay, who is his pet, you know what animals are like, pesky things. Sorry, Ooglay. He just feels a little protective over his master, if you will, and the flaming horse just came with him, apparently. That is the truth. Just saying.
I assure you we had no idea that they would just poof right into here.
What a shame. I thought we could do a deal. Turns out, you've been plotting, haven't you? Sneaking into my house with your pets.
she like looks at them.
I don't like that. Do you, Bavlorna?
And Bavlorna's like,
No.
Endolin's like,
Do you, Scabatha?
Scabatha's like,
I don't like them at all. I've told you this 1,000,000 times. I can't wait to get my hands on them.
and then she's gonna roll her eye back in her head. And you can hear this sort of like whirring going on. And from around you just hear like the sudden like and like noise of people moving. Archie, from your position, you see these red caps immediately stand up and just go marching like through this door, like into the library area. Doof, 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 doof. Doof, doof, doof. And at this point, go on.
Can I do something?
Yes.
I'd like to reach for the moon amulet and cast light with my mace.
Oh, okay. She literally drops you, like, completely, like, lets go of you, and she, like, stands back. And she says,
Oh, you think the time is now?
and, she looks at you all in absolute shock and horror, like her hands are up like a T-Rex, just like in, like, as if to be like, get away from me, sort of thing. But then she's gonna, like, go on.
I'd also like to run Widdershins.
And as you start running Widdershins, Babylona starts sneezing her head off. Scabatha steps forward and she's like,
For fuck's sake!
She's gonna try and, like, grab you. And she's gonna try and grapple you. Make me a grapple check.
Is that athletics?
It will be athletics or acrobatics, whichever one you choose.
Nice.
Yeah, she's gonna do a sneaky little athletics.
I'm gonna Tides of Chaos that shit, I think.
She gets an 18.
Yeah, I'm gonna Tides of Chaos that.
Ooh, nice. With the athletics, you're able to, like, scoop out of her grasp. And you get, like, I'm gonna give you just, like, up to your movement speed, like, away. But she's gonna try and attack of opportunity you with the claws as you scoot away from her.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go this way.
Alright. What, are you just gonna stand there?
Yeah, between them and Flopsy and Felix.
Alright. They sort of look to you, and Endelyn stands here. And she's like,
Well, the time is now.
and she, like, lifts a hand. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session. Now I get to do the fucking initiative. I can pre-plan my initiative. Yes! I don't have to put everything in this fucking castle in initiative live. Oh my god, that's so good. Anyway, that's the first half of Motherhorn. Oof. Jeez. That's fucking tense. I can't believe you've got all 3 hags in that room right now. Like, oh jeez. Oh. Well.
Thanks a lot, Uglay. God.
I know, right? Uglay and Flamehoof coming to attention. Well, I'll just say this. Tenderhooks. This is a very precarious situation. I will say this. And also, you're all the way up there, and the fucking army's all the way down there. So it's like, oh dear, Jesus. But yeah. We'll see what happens next Monday. Well, I know it's Wednesday today, isn't it? But I keep thinking it's Monday. We'll see what happens on Monday, which is closer, when we next play. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, everybody. We'll see you on Monday on our regular stream time. I hope you had fun for round 2. Oh, hey, Motherhorn. Alright, bye. So bye, everybody. See you later. Bye.
Like and subscribe and whatever Peach usually says.
Alright, Peach. Why are you not doing your thing?
Audio's not working, apparently.
Oh, well.
So we're going to have to come up with our own Easter egg.
So like,
which is...
comment and subscribe. The Easter egg is Hallie.
Have you just farted? I smell a foul wind.
Hey! Alright, bye everyone. See ya.